Alrighty. What's up, YouTube? What's up, chat? Let's talk about Season 9 and all the new changes. Obviously, more skins. That's never going to miss. Those are pretty sick skins. Oh, they changed Apollo, my boy, dude. Apollo looks like a little fancy man. So let's see. Season, alright, 2 pounds, we don't care about that. The Dharmic, how do you say this? Dharmic era event. Proto 2.0 chair skin, okay, skins UI, general gameplay. Okay, we don't care about that. Purse time, Changa. Okay, we don't care about that. Audio. Fire Giant has arrived. Wow, that's interesting. That makes this game easier because you don't need timers. I mean, you still need timers to set up, but even then. General Assistant. Apollo Remodel. Okay, we don't care about that. We don't care about this. Rank reset. We don't care about this. Slash. This new game mode, new map layout. We can go over the Slash. I know some people, a lot of my viewers and YouTubes have, like playing casuals. So, no banned items. Starting level 3, starting goal 1500. That's always the best way to start, to be honest. Juggernauts have new locked. Okay, Juggernaut portals. There's portals, objectives. That's cool. What? There's one jungle boss spawns in the center at 10 minutes. That's perfect. It's a fight for. This is awesome map. This is the way the map should always be. It's just like contests. Smite is beautiful when it comes down to fighting. Wild Juggernaut, Jaguars. Yeah, there's a bunch of new things to kill. It's always fun, right? It's always something new. Conquest. Okay, new objective. Obelisk. Our map objectives that drive a new gameplay loop layered onto Conquest overview. Each team. Remember, I've always asked for new objectives because that's what determines the game. So I think it's very important to always be alternative or new ways to win the game. I think Gold and Fire has been, the same thing for 8 years. Nothing has changed. So I think that's always something that's very important. This year they tried Scorpions, but, they weren't very significant. So let's see. Each team now has an obelisk in their side of the jungle. The obelisk are banks of power, which teams power up by collecting offerings. Offerings are pickups that will drop from mark camps when obelisk become active. The first team to fill up the obelisk with 7 offerings is granted Injured Scepter, a powerful new type of jungle buff. Okay. I'd have to see it and play it. We're going to do PTS. I'm going to play PTS after this YouTube squad, so I'm definitely going to be uploading. And if you guys want to play in chat, start getting online. At 4 minutes into the match, the obelisk become active and certain jungle camps around the map become marked. Okay, jungle camps that become marked immediately respawn at this moment if they are dead. Okay, so weird timers, so they just spawn randomly. Or they don't, I'm not sure. Clearing a marked camp spawns a single offering that either team can pick up to add 1 point power to the obelisk. So it's more to contest. So this is good because now there's something to contest, which is you want to get the offerings. So that's something important to take note of. Marked camps are much more dangerous than normal jungle camps. Okay, I wonder how much more dangerous they are. Naga monsters spawn near the center of each lane, which also drop an offering when slain. And near the center of each lane, that's pretty sick. So you have to fight for it. Another contestant point. I mean, that's kind of what I've said for the whole, past 5 years, that they need more things to contest for. So I'm very happy with this change. Looks like there's something to fight for, which is very important. Only question is how important is it? What is this powerful new type of jungle buff? So like there's things to fight for, but is it worth fighting for? Is the question, right, that I have right now. Obviously, I've only read the first paragraph. So while the obelisk are active, the jungle camps remain marked until one team powers up their obelisk completely. Offerings can be stolen from enemy obelisk by standing within its radius and taking 10% of their current health as true damage for every offering stolen. That's pretty cool. That is like, this is what Smite needs. It needs new mechanics. Don't follow League of Legends. Stop following League of Legends. Make your own game. This is good. Very, 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 very good. When one team has filled their obelisk by collecting 7 offerings, that team is granted an interceptor. Both teams are also awarded. So it takes 10% of your current health for each one stolen, right? As true damage. So like HP regen and lifesteal becomes pretty important when it comes to this. Just something that I thought of, that my brain just thought of that, so I thought I would say it. Both teams are also rewarded 25 gold and XP per player for every offering they've collected while the obelisks are active. So while they're active. Okay. 25 times 5, 125, 125 across the board for each one. Interesting. Both obelisk, I'm gonna mispronounce this like all day. Obelisks, then become inactive. I'll mark. I wonder what my name will be for this in game, because you know I always come up with some fucking name for everything. All mark camps return to normal. Offerings can no longer be collected while obelisks are inactive and obelisks are emptied of their offerings. So it's like a timing thing. So it's all timing based. New jungle buff, Interceptor. Okay, this is the jungle buff that I was talking about. Is it worth to do all of this stuff? You know what I mean? Like on paper, when you think about it, on paper, right, is that like this is what Scorpions was, right? Kind of. But the worth it part was never there. Like upgrading your buff was never worth it. It was only you kill it if there's nothing else to kill, because for farm, right? This is, hopefully they make it into something that you have to come. Like you have to stop doing your back camps. You can't go do minis. You can't go like, you have to come here and fight, right? Or you're going to give it up and you're going to lose a lot. So that's what I really want for the game. Spawns the obelisk for the team that powered theirs up first. Okay, so that's important. Cannot be picked up by the enemy team. Interesting. Has a lifetime of 4 minutes, which begins ticking down as soon as it spawns. The scepter will follow the first friendly god that touches the scepter. While following, the scepter has 2 modes. If no enemies within 35 units of the owner, the scepter grants an aura of 25 HP 5 to all nearby allies. It's a lot of HP 5. This effect is tripled for friendly structures, so you can regen your structures. But this is 25 HP 5, so like, would you want to give this to a carry? We'll see. Let's keep reading. Enemies are within 35 units of his owner. The scepter will fire fireball lightning projectiles every second up to 5 enemy targets simultaneously. Each lightning projectile deals 3.5% of the enemy's max health. The scepter prioritizes targets enemies, gods over minions. So it helps you farm because it does hit minions. 3.5% is not that much. I wonder how fast. Every second add up to 5 enemies. So every second. Okay. It's like, is it non-stop? It's simultaneous, so it's random. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll watch a video of this, or we're gonna actually try it out. Either way. So each lightning projectile deals. We know that. The scepter prioritizes. Okay, we know that. New NPC Naga. These are the Naga that spawns in the middle. These will spawn in a place of the previous lesser scorpions. Yeah, my boy T Miller with the 1 year. What's up, baby? Thank you so much, brother.
It's counting up properly.
These will spawn in one place of the previous lesser scorpions. Awesome, because scorpions were horrible. I'm sure everybody agrees. 2 in dual lane, 1 in solo lane. Okay, remove the healing deployable spawned by lesser scorpions. Okay, these drop offerings while the risk are active. Okay, this is what you fight for now, guys. Didn't I say this? That the scorpions were useless. They needed to put something that was actually important to fight for. It's all good. Greater scorpions now only reside on the fire giant side of the jungle. Okay, so they still have the scorpions. Each team now has one on the side of the map. Okay, destroying the greatest warp now enhances all the jungle buffs on the side of the jungle for that team that slayed it until. Okay, it's the same thing. Esther Scorpions removed from the lanes, and now this model has been removed to support green buff holder. Okay. The Draugr has returned to the abyssal depths for when it came, and his buff has been removed. Yeah, this thing was useless. Balance. Fire Giant increased physical and magical power scaling from 2 to 4. Cool. For making Fire Giant harder. Pyro increased physical power scaling, making it harder. Okay. Gold Fury increased physical power from 130 to 120 to 130. Increased power scaling from 2 to 4, making all the buffs harder. Naga 75. 75. Gold reward 50s. 660 health. How's the scaling? They don't explain the scaling. Does it always stay like that? Creator Scorpion increased base physical power from 60 to 70. Scorpion's already super hard to kill unless you're like someone that's like Merc or something with great DPS. As for Scorpion support buff, XP reward 34, gold reward. I wish they put the comparison so I could compare. Roman Arena. The arena is getting a okay. This is arena, right? We're not gonna go over this. We'll go over this later. Relic Reworks. I want to go over all the core stuff, all the really important stuff. By the way, guys, if you guys want to play, get your PTS up. I already have my PTS ready, so download PTS, guys. Base relics will be awarded based on level. All right. First relic at level 1, second relic at level 12, so the same thing as always. Relics will now have tier 2 form and 2 different tier 3 forms. Yeah, I saw this coming. Free 300 gold upgrade, 800. This is old Smite. Yo, Smite just loves to recycle itself. They just love doing that. There are no level restrictions or timing restrictions on upgrading relics. Players can spend 1,100 gold to fully upgrade one at level 1 if they desire. That's cool. I always love being open, like having opportunity, having choices. It feels really stale to log into the game, get into game, and then you buy beads because you're forced to, and then you buy Boombas because you're kind of forced to, and then you go Jotun's Wrath because you're kind of forced to, and then you go 2 health pots and Hog because you're kind of forced to. It feels that's really stale to me, and I'm glad that they're doing things like this, right? You come out of base with, fully upgraded relic, and you make a play because you know something with a full upgraded relic can do, right? That's brain power. That's thinking outside the box. That's thinking big. Cooldown increase from 180 to 170. Cool. Age is getting buffed. Cooldown decrease from 150 to 140. The upgraded ages. Aegis acceleration. These are the 2 tier 3 split ups. Using the item makes you invulnerable to damage and healing for 1.5. Okay. For 1.5. And prevents you from taking any actions. You may still move. Each instance of damage prevented in this time provides you 7% movement speed for 4 seconds, like 3 times. So you can get to 28% movement speed. You see, this is creative. This is what Smite needs. And this is beautiful. Using this item will make you invulnerable to damage and healing. So, like, having a great Aegis with this is going to, having a really good Aegis, it just feels so good, Using this item makes you invulnerable to damage and healing from 1.5 and then prevents you from taking any actions. You may still move. Okay, so both of them are just you can move. That's kind of boring, to be fair. I feel like they should have made it where one can move, one cannot. But, one brings more value. They could change it however they want. At the end of the duration, you explode, dealing 100 to 50% of the prevented damage as magical damage in a 30 radius. That's pretty cool. I like that. The damage dealt by this effect is capped at 50% of your maximum health. This damage dealt by this effect is capped at 50% of your maximum health. Okay. So if you get Krakened, right? That's crazy. It's interesting. I like options. Bell Frenzy. Damage increase from 10% to 15%. Duration increase from 5 to 6. Big buffs. Cooldown increase from 120 to 130. Alright, now let's look at the upgrades. This is the second upgrade. Damage increase from 10% to 15%. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. This is a different one. Wait, right? Penetration buff has been removed. Duration decreased from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. Cooldown increased from 120 to 110, so much shorter cooldown. No, not much. Yeah, it is 130. This is 110. So 20-second CD difference. Using this item grants all allied gods within 70 units 30% increased damage dealt to all targets, including objectives, and 50% attack speed increase, decaying every 0.5 for 6 seconds. That seems pretty nuts. Using this item grants all allied gods within 70 units 15%, so half increased damage dealt to all targets, including objectives, at 10 seconds. 10 seconds is that? What is that? Almost double the length. If you earn a kill or an assist on an enemy god while the buff is active, the duration refreshes. This only can occur once. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. This one should have a passive as well, right? Like, why does this one have one, but this one doesn't? Seems a little stale. Like, I could come up with one on the dot, like right now. Let me see. Using okay. For every 500 damage done during the passive, you heal for 100 health. Boom. And I did that without even, like, it took me 4 seconds. Blink rune, no changes, so blink just looks a little different. Damage mitigation has been removed. Okay, blink nerfed. Using this item will allow you to teleport to 45 units away instantly. Okay. This item cannot be used if you have taken or dealt damage in the last 2 seconds. Okay. On blinking, slow all enemies. On blinking, slow enemies movement speed and attack speed at 15% within a 25% unit radius for 2.5 seconds. Okay, it's more like an offlane blink. Scorching blink rune. Using this item will allow you to teleport 45 units instantly, leaving behind a trail of wildfire that deals 20 true damage plus 4 true damage per level to enemies that pass through 0.5. This item cannot be used. Yeah. It's something different, but I don't know, kind of stale. Something new though, so we appreciate new. Power buff from 10% to 15%. Cooldown increase from 120 to 120. Bracer, they killed Bracer, so I don't know. I don't really like Bracer right now. It's no longer functions as a sentry ward. Okay. Place a radiant glow at a target location for 90 seconds. Allies who move 90 seconds. Holy shit. Allies who move through this glow gain 20% increased power and 20% movement speed for 8 seconds. That's a lot of movement speed. This fragment acts as a sentry ward. If destroyed, the cooldown of the relic is reduced by 20. This is pretty cool. I like this. Place a radiant glow at a target location for 90 seconds. Allies who move through this glow gain 10% power. If above half or 15% movement speed. Wait, what? If above half health or 15% movement speed. If below half health for 8 seconds. So 10% increased power if above half health, 15 if you're below. Okay. This fragment acts as a sentry ward. Unused, a light sprite appears, patrolling back and forth, revealing enemies along the way. This was a little stale. It's okay though. But this one's cool. This one has a little more to it. With the walking back and forth. But if they kill it, you don't get the reduced CD, which is kind of tough, but name, can you kill this one? I'm actually interested. Name change from meditation cloak to cloak of meditation. Increase base health restore from 8 to 12. Increase missing health scaling from 5% to 6%. Cooldown increase from 140 to 150. Okay. Greater meditation cloak removed cooldown reduction effect. Okay. Increase base health restore from 8 to 12, just more of a healing tool. Increase missing health scaling from 5 to 6%. Decrease CD. So it's a 20-second CD difference, more healing. It's literally only more healing. Just a lot shorter CD. Using this item causes you to enter a meditative state where nearby allied gods within 35 units restore 40 plus 7% of their missing health and at mana each tick. Heals occur once every 4 seconds. Each pulse reduces cooldowns abilities for 1.5 seconds. This is old med. Using this item causes you to enter a meditative state where your nearby allies gods within 35 units restore 12 plus 6% of their missing health and mana each tick. Heals occur once every 4 seconds. You also gain protective barrier when that explosive enemies come within 15 seconds, knock them back. You see, this is cool. This is cool right here. Why don't they do this for the other ones? Like, this is so boring. This is sick. Shield damage increased from 50% to 75%. Okay, they're just trying to hurt shields, which I agree. Shields a little bloated in Smite. Added 10% increased damage taken buff when healed by god abilities. Okay. Shield damage increased to 50 to 75. Okay, same thing. Decrease the increased damage taken debuff from 20% to 10%. Okay. Decrease cooldown from 120. So it's just a CD. Blighted Ankh. Using this item reduces the healing received by all enemy gods within 55 units by 60% for 10 seconds. Removes 10 seconds. A long time. 60%. That's nuts. With one brawlers, you're at 0 healing. And removes 75% of any current applied shield. That's nuts too. Enemies that are healed by god abilities while affected by this curse take 20% more damage from all sources with the duration of the curse. Let's go. That's the same as before. All healing reduced by this effect is instead distributed to your allies in 40 unit radius around you. What? That's crazy. Blighted Ankh is bloated. Yo, Miko, thanks for the 5 months. Really appreciate it, man. All right, let's look at the... Let's see if this can hold up to Blighted Ankh. Drowned Ankh. Using this item reduces the healing received by all enemy gods within 55 units by 40% for 10 seconds and removes 75% of any current applied shield. Enemies that are healed by god abilities while affected by this curse cause a pool of miasma to form beneath that persists for 6 seconds. The miasma deals 2% of the enemy's current health every 0.5 seconds while enemies are inside of it. Refreshes the Ankh debuff effect. Enemies that are healed by god abilities while affected by this curse cause a pool. So it does damage if you heal. So like healers are dead almost, right? Like I think this is like healing super hard. Cooldown increase from cooldown increase from 120 to 130. I love heavily. You guys know I'm a big fan. Cooldown increase from 120 to 110. Removed haste effect. Sad face. Untangling Wings. Using this item increases movement speed of all ally gods within 55 units by 20% for 5 and making you immune to slows on this use relic. This relic also roots enemies around it for 1 second. That's kind of nuts. What's the radius on that? Using this item increases haste, the movement speed of ally gods. This is not with haste auto attack. Yeah, this is exactly what I want. This will see ally gods within 55 units by 20% for 4 seconds. Makes them immune to slow and it grants haste, causes them to be immune to basic attack. Yeah, you had to add that. For the duration of successful basic attacks, increases duration by 1 second. Damn! For an additional 4 seconds. This is, you guys know I'm going to be building that on every hunter. Horrific Emblem. Increased attack speed debuff from 15 to 25%. Added 15% increased damage dealt by debuff. Increased cooldown from 110 to 130. No changes. Emblem of increasing peril. Using this item slows movement speed of all enemy gods within 35 units by 30%. That's a lot of movement speed. Their attack speed is also reduced by 25% for the duration. Additionally, their damage dealt is reduced by... If you don't want to carry to play the game, just buy this fucking item. If an enemy deals 10% of an ally's god's maximum health in this time, the debuff effects are increased by 10% each. Stacking up to 3 times. 30%. 60% movement speed. 55% attack speed. Damage dealt 35%. So you're moving 60% less. You're attacking at half. More than half. Wow, that is crazy. And if it does 10, so how much, if an enemy deals 10% of an ally's god maximum health in this time, but like how far away from you does this need to happen? I feel like it's really important because this is crazy right here. So, that's my question. Emblem of Trembling Terror. Using this item slows the movement speed of all enemies gods within 35 units by 30%. Okay, so same thing. Their attack speed is reduced by 25%. Same thing. Additionally, their damage does... Okay, same thing. If an enemy is dealt 30% of their maximum duration. They are trembled for 1.5. 30%. That's cool though. I like that. Increased damage reduction from basic attacks from 20 to 25%. I like that. Decreased cooldown from 150 to 130. I like that. Using this item applies a shield to themselves and allies within units. 35 units for 100 health plus 12 health per god level for 3 seconds. Additionally, all allies take 50% reduced damage from basic attacks for the duration when the shield is broken or expires. Allies gain a new buff providing 20% damage mitigation and 20% movement speed for 3 seconds. Allies gain a new buff providing 20% damage mitigation, 20% damage. Movement speed for 3 seconds. That's really strong. Phantom Shell. Using this item applies a shield to themselves and allies. Okay, 150, so a bit more. Plus 15, so it's a bigger shield. For 4 seconds. Additionally, all allies take 50%. Okay, same thing. Using this item also allows you and ally gods to pass through players and player-made objects. This was good. Versus walls, it's really, really good. Really, 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 really good. Only thing is you don't get the movement speed. Cooldown increase from 160 to 170. Cooldown increase from 130 to 140. Increase on beads. Using this item removes crowd control effects and makes you immune to new ones for 2 seconds. Any CC effect that is cleansed during this time, including on activation, sends out a homing projectile to enemy who applied it, dealing 7% of their max. I don't know. I like that. That seems like there's like I don't know, like stunning. You go stun someone and you're gonna get punished for hitting the stun. Like a homing projectile, like you can't miss this. So every time you stun someone, there's a chance of you taking 7% of their health. I don't really like this one. Seems a little forced. Using this item removes crowd control effects. It makes you immune for new ones for 2 seconds. Reduces actives by cooldowns by 3 seconds. Yo, the plays I've made with old beads. This is old beads, by the way. I made so many crazy plays with that. Yo, Torta with a tier 3 for 30 months, man. Now start loving the chat for my boy. Thank you so much, homie. Really appreciate it. Thank you for holding on to that tier 3, brother. Shield of Thorns. Decrease reflect damage from 30% of all damage taken to 25% of all damage taken. Okay, so 5% less. Added negative 25% lifesteal buff. That's nice. Note the wording for lifesteal blocking if it was changed from only. Okay, I don't care about this. Cooldown increase from 120 to 140. Long CD. Decrease reflect damage from 30%. 25. Decrease all lifesteal. Okay, 50. Attack you from 50 to 25. Okay. Thorns of Overgrowth. Using this item reflects 25% of all damage you take before mitigations. Okay. For the next 5 seconds. Back to its owner as magical damage. Magical is important. If you are dealt 120 plus your level damage while this effect is active, the effect will end early. While this is active, enemies can only lifesteal from you 50% of total lifesteal. Additionally, you gain 5% movement speed and attack speed for each enemy god within 20 units. Yeah, it's whatever. Using this item reflects 35% all damage taken, 10% more. Before mitigations for the next 2 seconds. 5 seconds. Back to its owner. Wow, this is a really short one. While this is active, enemies can only lifesteal 75% of the total lifesteal. Okay, each basic attack from enemy gods have reduces the cooldown of this item by 0.5. Decrease cooldown from so you could have this up all the time, 80 seconds, and it's what 0.5 per auto that you eat. So this was a more timed one, right? I think this is like verse Kraken, right? This is verse Kraken. This is verse something that you can time right away. Now you're good, Dorta. Shield damage increased from 50% to 75%. Cooldown increased from 125 to 130. Greater Sundering Spear increase. Current health damage reduced from 12.5 to 7.5. Increased damage taken debuff 7 to 5. 110 CD, not bad CD at all. Fire a bolt that travels 70 units, stopping on the first god hit and splashing in a 20 unit radius to like 15% of their current health as sheer damage, reducing any active shield by 75%. Targets hit take 5% increased damage for 5 seconds, stacking 2 times. So like has 2 charges. This is kind of ridiculous. Fire a bolt that travels 50 units, so it's much shorter. Stopping on the first card hit, reducing any active shields by 75%, and linking them to you. For the next 4 seconds, they are dealt 5% of the current health as true damage. Every second, they have true damage every second, and you receive half that amount as healing. And linking them to you for the next 4 seconds, they are dealt 5% of the current health as true damage. Every second you receive half that amount as healing. Enemies can break the link if they move 16 units away. For like as 2 charges, a second hit on the same target will just refresh the duration. This was a good balance change. That's cool. This one's much cooler than this one. This one's much funner. Name change from teleport glyph to they just keep changing the names to something else. That's the same. Can no longer teleport towards Omega Lol. Cooldown decrease from 120 to 200 to 160. Using this item allows you to teleport to any ally structure on a ward while rooted in place. This effect is not interrupted by damage, but it's interrupted by crowd control. After teleporting, you gain slow immunity, 20% movement speed, and 40 protections for 10 seconds. I like it. Using this item, allows you to teleport to any ally structure or ward while rooted in place. This effect is interrupted. Wait, using this item allows you to teleport to any ally structure or ward while rooted in place. So you can go to war with this one. This effect is not interrupted by damage, but is interrupted by heart CC, kills and assists. Enemy gods reduces the cooldown by 10%, 160 to 90. Wow, this one's so much better though. Like if you get TP, you get it for this reason, not for this reason. But this is still cool though, because there's still like a 20% chance where this will be the better, the better one. Glyph items. Glyph items will have the exact same stats and passive as their base item, but with one additional passive needed. All the glyphs items cost an additional 600 gold beyond the tier 3 version of them. There's no level restriction or amount restriction on glyph items. Players can get as many as their class allows and get them as early as they choose. I love that. I'm really happy with that. Amulet of Silence upgraded from Hardware Amulet. Gain a stack each time enemy within 40 units casts an ability. At 5 stacks, your next basic attack against an enemy god will silence for 1.5. Wait. Gain a stack each time an enemy within 40 units casts an ability. At 5 stacks, your next basic attack against an enemy will silence him for 1.5. This I think this is too long. Right? 45 seconds? More 30 would be fair. That's too long. But still, it's okay. I don't know. Let's compare it. 20% of your physical protections are converted to magical protections. 20% of your physical protections are converted to magical protection. That's pretty sick. I feel like you go this every time over this. Like you don't even have to think about this, and it's better. You get me? This you have to think about, and it still doesn't benefit you enough. Each time you are hit by an ability. Wait, so 120, 200, so 240, 40 magical procs from 200 physical procs. That's pretty nice, man. Each time you hit an ability, the Breastplate Determination. This is from Breastplate of Valor. Each time you are hit by an ability, you get a stack of 5 protections that corresponds to the damage type you were hit. Wait, each time you hit an ability, you're hit by an ability, you gain a stack of 5 protections that corresponds to the damage you were hit by. Okay, cool. With a max of 4, okay. Once you reach max stacks on both kinds, gain a burst of 20% movement speed and double your protections gained by this effect for 8 seconds, after which all stacks are removed. 8 seconds, and each time you're hit by an ability, you gain a stack of 5 protections that corresponds to the damage you were hit. So you need to get 4 of each type before this happens. Okay, this is good. The reason this is cool is because burst damage is not good versus it, but characters like Thoth, hunters will always be bad versus it. I mean, good for you if you're the wearer, and bad for hunters, right? Because hunters left click, so wait, it's an ability. I'm sorry, no. So it's spammers. It's spammers that it's really good versus. So Uller, in the mage department, Thoth, just anybody that spams abilities, in my opinion. Let's see what he compared it. It's interesting. It's very interesting, but I think it might be a tiny bit too specific. But we'll see. When your ultimate ability has finished casting, you provide an aura in a 40 unit range around you, or reducing basic attack damage from enemies by 30%. So how big is this aura? 40 unit range. That's pretty small. If you're running at hunters, this is the item to get though. But yeah, I think this one's better more often than not. This was pretty cool though. I don't know. I like these two. I think this one's still better more often than not, but this is still pretty cool. Critical hits on enemy gods afflict them with poison for 2 seconds. This poison slows them by 10% and reduces their damage output by 15%. No poison star has been removed from the game. Oh, now I can remove it from my rules from hunters only. Oh my god, lol. So Malicious Deathbringer is the 2 different Deathbringers. Successfully hitting an enemy god with a critical strike will subtract 1 second from all your abilities currently on cooldown except your ultimate ability. Rest in peace, Malice. Your next basic attack marks an enemy god. If you hit the marked enemy or the marked enemy hits you with a basic attack or ability, you gain 1 stack. Each stack provides 2% increased damage towards the marked enemy, stacking up to 10 times, so 20%. This effect can only occur every 60 seconds. You don't really have to think for this, and it just provides a good amount, so I don't know. Let's see if this... I don't like things that you don't... I mean, you do think about it, but you don't think about it, if that makes any sense. If you drop beneath 40 health, gain 10% move speed and 40% physical... Oh, wow. I feel like you get this every time. You get this like most of the time. I wonder if if 2 characters, if Thor, alright, let's just say like Pele versus Pele fight, and they only have these, one has this item, one has this item, and they fight, who wins? I'm pretty sure this one wins. 20% increased damage. Like, I'm pretty sure you lifesteal all the increased damage that you took. Depends if one has anti-heal. No. They have 1 item only. They have only this item. I'm pretty sure Vigor wins almost every time. I think they have to buff this and make it maybe less stacks. 10 times 5 stacks. 5 stacks, that'd be cooler. That'd be better. 10 stacks is a lot. You have to be like just left clicking each other. Alright, right up to Hootie. Successfully hitting an enemy god with an ability calls down a meteor that lands after one. Meteor after 1.5 is 100 plus 30% of your magical power damage and a 15 radius effect on. That's pretty nuts. For every 40 magical power you have, you gain 2% attack speed. This is sick. I really like this. Critical damage multiplier has been reduced by crit adjustments. Crit damage multiplier is reduced from 2 times to 1.75. Your critical chance algorithm has changed from full random to pseudo RNG to allow for more consistent critical strikes over multiple hits. That's so funny to me. It'll become more likely to get a normal hit miss the longer the crit streak occurs. It will become more likely to get a crit the longer you that's the way it should be, I feel. Critical hit sprees and critical hit sprees aren't much both like this. Okay. That's cool. I like this. I enjoy it. Starters, increase physical power from 15 to 10. Decrease physical power from 20 to 15. Okay, nerfing this. Decrease. I like this. This needed that buff. Needed 100 gold less. More pots. Increase physical protections from 25 to 35. Increase the amount of damage you do to jungle monsters 35. Increase 4 bit. Oh, that's some nice buffs. I feel like Mage Glyph is dog shit. The meteor does not home in. It lands where the ability was hit. Yeah, so, but if it's a CC, it's really good. Right? Like, thaw through it. But I don't know. I haven't seen it, so. I have to see it. You also can't proc it. What up, Skeely, by the way? Nice to see you, big man. Hope you've been doing good out there. Increase physical power from 65 to 70. It's a nice buff. I don't think it needed it, but we take it. Decrease cost from 700 to 650. Yeah. With new Ankh and Tainted, dude, healing, it has to be dead. Yo, miss you too, brother. I'm glad to see you doing big things out there, man. For sure, brother. Do some Korean barbecue. You already know I'm down for that. Decrease damage aura. I hate mystical mail. I don't like it being OP, so I'm glad to see a nerf to it. Decrease the shield from 125% of your protections to 100. I like this. This is a good nerf. Great nerf. Decrease health shield from 15% of your max health to 12%. Decrease the health shield from 15. I like this. These are all good nerfs. Decrease magical power from 100 to 90. It's a small nerf. I don't think I needed it, but it's okay. Increase health from 150 to 250. I love this. Increase magical. Yes, yes. Void Stone is a great item. Just too stat. It's too stat. Like the stats are too low on it. So this is good. I like this item. And Burrs, 300 base HP. That's nice. From 250. Increase tower attack speed buff from 40 to 50%. Wow, that's awesome. I kind of want to build this item now. Jade's Emperor's Crown. Increase health from 200 to 250. Increase physical power aura debuff from 25 to 30. Nice. I love spike items. Blackthorn Hammer now builds off Heavy Hammer Tree. Costs 2200, 35, 300, 25, 25. 2200? That's very cheap. That's very cheap. This is so step. Alright, Rune Forge, 45 physical power. 10 more, 250. 50 less, 25 HP 5, 20 MP 5. I don't know a place that you never... I feel like you build this item every game. Right? Like... It has everything you need, and it's so efficient. Like, it's so cost efficient. I feel like it's OP. It can't be this cheap. There's a couple ways you can go about this, right? 2,400 gold, then this is fine. All right, leave it at 2,200 gold. 15. You can leave this. Or... You could leave 2200. You could leave these prots 150 HP. Like, you have to change something of this because it's all too good. It's all thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. It's too good. Rune Forge Hammer, 2400, 45 physical power. This is a good one. I don't mind this one. I think this is good, right? Like, why is this more expensive than this, but this is better stats? I'd prefer these stats all day over these stats. We'll continue. Higher than Neiman, increase physical protections from 80 to 90. Decrease time to gain a block stack from 15 to 10. This is our good buffs. I like these buffs a lot for Neiman. Increase physical protection 35. I love Berserkers, and I like the buff. Increase magical power from 95 to 105. Increase the duration of the pass from 6 to 8. They just need to revert this item. I'm going to be honest. Just need to revert this item. Celestial Legion Helm. Increase magical power from 70 to 90. Decrease physical protection 40 to 30. I think it should have been buffed like this. It should have been 70 to 80 power and then 40 to 45 prot. This is an item. Not everything needs so much power. Like, if you're gonna build Celestial, you know what I mean? Like they lower the prots on this and they higher the damage. So now this is just little by little morphing into a damage item. Increase magical power from 85 to 95. Compete with Book of Thoth build and Shield build. Karen's Coin. Increase magical power from 70 to 80. They went back and forth with this item. Increased cost from 250 to 2550 to 2450. Nice. I love Op Shard. Sick. Rage. Increase power from 30 to 35. Nice. I don't mind that. Fail not. Especially with the nerfs to crit, they have to buff all these items. Decrease cost from 2000 to 2650. Nice. Increase power from 50 to 55. Increase critical strength. Nice. Yeah, this all needs to happen because of the 1.75. You know what I mean? The crit amp got nerfed, so all these have to get buffed. Increase attack speed from 50 to 20%. Increase healing. Nice. Wow, that's big. Shadow. You'll definitely see a lot of Shadow Steel. Has been removed from the game.
Why?
Alright. Has been removed from the game. Atlantis boat. 2350. 40 physical power. 25 attack speed. 20% critical chance. 10% lifesteal. Passive is unchanged. Woo! This is looking like a fire item now. Silver branch. Increased cost from 22 to 24. Increased physical protection. Physical pen to 10 to 20. I like it. Like that change. Like this change. 2300, 2350, 24 pretty much. 40 physical power. 25%. 20% crit. 10%. This item is stacked. Yeah, I like it though. This needs to get buffed. So let's hope it's buffed. Decrease stat count from 70 to 50. I said that in a video. Increase power stack from 0.5 to 0.8. I said that in a video. Increase total power from 65 to 70. Nice buffs. Increase max stacks from 2 to 3. Nice. Remember I complained about Toxic Blade yesterday or 2 days ago? That we were talking about Divine, Rune, and Toxic Blade. Hydra's Lament. Increase cost from 2150 to 2300. Added 10%. Yeah, you needed to add the pen because you were never going to pick it up because of the lack of pen. Increase physical power from 30 to 35. Increase attack speed. Ooh. Remember I was a Golden Blade guy? You guys remember how long I was a Golden Blade? I think season what season are we in now? 9, 8, 7? So season 7 and 6 I use Golden Blade nonstop. Soul Eater. 2025. Nice. Buffs all around for Soul Eater. Nice. I like Soul Eater. Increase cost. I'm sorry, decrease cost. Nice. 50 gold and added 5% movement speed. Nice. Atlas. I know nothing about Atlas, so increase base. Yeah, this guy felt like he was walking in place. Increase base HP for okay. Increase HP per level. Wow, it's a lot of HP. I like it, but that's the way the character should play. Increase the size of the passive meter. Increase the base damage. I played this character once, and I logged off after playing 5 minutes of it. Decrease self heal from 8 to 40 to 8 to 32. This had to happen. Battle to Hell. Increase cooldown. Nice. Definitely needed. Decrease damage from 140 to 80 to 100 to 60. Hits up to 310. Wow. Kama got hit. Decrease passive heat generation from 40 to 80% to 30 to 70%. Increase cooldown from 15 to 16. Decrease movement speed from 20 to 40 to 20 to 30. Damn, Soul. You're looking mighty cold. Best stat. Increase physical power scaling 25 to 20% per tick. 100% to 80% total. Hard nerf. Added additional audio cues to pre-fire visibility for clarity. Increase cooldown from 90 to 110. And then it drops down. Yeah, we said this too. Odin. Increase cooldown on lunge from 15 to 11 to 16 to 12. Small, but still hurts. Increase cooldown from 15 to 11 to 16 to 12. Damn. They had to hit a CDs. Decrease shields from 30 to 40% to 25 to 35%. I don't think they had to do that with all the changes they made to Ankh, but you know. Stone shield decreased shield health scaling from 20 per Gebs level to 15 per Gebs level. Decrease max shield from 650 to 550. Yes. Decrease shield duration from 3 to 5 to 2 to 4. Yes. FU Geb. Decrease cooldown from 16 to 14. That's fine. It's character. It's a meme either way. Increase uncharged damage from 70 to 190 to 70 to 210. Increase fully charged damage from 140 to 380 to 420. Increase base movement speed from 365. He needed it. Decrease self slow from 20 to 15%. Nice. Increase damage taken buff 10 to decrease damage taken buff. Damage taken. Oh damn, they kind of hit him. They gave him more movement speed but less tank. Increase movements, increase slow from 15 to 20%. Increase base damage from 10 to 50, from 15 to 55. That's a buff. Increase base damage from 15 to 450 to 200. Ooh. Whoa, Lawbringer is bringing the law. I love that. That is, dude, this is jungle tier now, boys. This is jungle tier. I'm jungling tier. In our first PTS match, I'm going tier jungle, and I'm going to fucking drop my... I mean, just Lawbringer you. Increase base damage from 85 to 225, 95 to 235. This character is a meme. Remove self-root on fire. Reduce pre-fire time to 0.5. Nice. I mean, it's good for her. Happy. Increase summer stance physical power from 5% to 7.5. Directly hits now. Apply really one set of... And a cripple instead of... Ooh. Oh. That's really good. That's really good. Increase base damage on Dane from 15% to 20% of turn basic attack power. Nice. Yo, are you guys on? I need people for PTS. If you guys want to download PTS on Steam, that'd be awesome. I need people to play. I want to try some stuff out. I'm gonna be tryharding, so if you get shit on, you know, don't complain. Updraft damage scaling from 60% to 75% of Horus physical power. Nice. Nice. Jungle. Increase gust damage from 20 to 60, 30 to 70. 15 to 13, 14 to 12. Damn, they got lazy here. They're just like, yo, it's 14 to 12, dude. Stop asking questions. Increase cleave damage from 60 to 190 to 60 to 220. It's okay. It helps his late game a lot, but outside of that, it's decrease base time per stack from 2 minutes to 1.5. Buffed at 125. Nice. Chronos getting a little love. I've seen this. More minion damage when Nox needs Kappa. Increase aura of ally buff from 40 to 55. Nice. Decrease mana cost from 80 to 100 to 60 to 80. Nice. Increase base damage from 70 to 230 to 70 to 250. Nice. You know I love some ESET changes. Hope you guys enjoyed the full Season 9 breakdown. Making sure you guys know everything. I mean, I can't really highlight it. It's just too much stuff. But I hope you guys were able to see what I saw. And I hope I was able to explain things so you guys could understand. Thanks, man. If you guys want to drop comments of your favorite change, feel free to. I'm down to talk to you guys in the comments and talk about all these changes. Would I be back for Season 9? I'm sure you guys are going to have that question, so I'll just say this. I'm going to continue to make content, but if they open up relegations and make SPL where you have to qualify and not handpicked, I will be playing Season 9 Smite. But glad you guys enjoyed. Now time for the PTS videos.